Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of X-Plane 11, and today I'm going to show you guys how to create an environment similar to what you're seeing in front of you. This is called Ground Handling Deluxe, and it allows you to create custom or use preset um, ground services for any specific aircraft. Um, you can call your catering truck. This is what the widget looks like here. So you can actually remove services, call services up. For example, if we don't want that guy there anymore. Oops. Forgot to hit my button. Oh, no, there he goes. So you can see now he's starting to drive away here. The nice thing about this is you can pull it off screen. So if you have multiple monitors or something like that, keeps the recording nice and clean. Doesn't break the immersion by having to pull this big old tablet on. Here, this is for the Zibo 737. It comes by default with quite a few different presets for different aircraft. And so you have a whole bunch of things. It's pre-configured in case you are not at a jetway, for example. You have a bunch of bus cars and taxi cars that can come up, as well as your catering carts. These are your luggage loaders. It's supposed to be a fuel truck, although I don't see my fuel truck. Maybe he'll show up later, I guess. But for example, if we take away, you know what? Actually, this might be our fuel truck. Yep, there he is. And it's nice because almost everything on them is animated. So if we keep an eye on the fuel truck now, this part's going to be a little unrealistic, and you got to think about how you're doing things in a specific order. But the nice thing is that all of this is editable. Now, I'm not going to go in how to create your own today, because it's actually quite a process. It takes quite a bit of time to do so, but you can see the hose comes up and more or less goes into the wing. And you can adjust this. You can move these things back and forward, have them go a little bit further into the wing to make sure it looks like it's actually attached to it. But it's a really nice, kind of a fun little mod that brings a little bit more further immersion to the simulator. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys how to get it and how to install it. All right. So first thing that you want to do is you want to look for, just Google Ground Handling Deluxe, or this, actually, never mind, the link will be in the description below. It is a payware, but it's worth it. It really is. If you're someone who likes this kind of stuff added to your environment, it's absolutely worth the time. And the time and the money. From there, it's actually a really simple installation. So we're simply going to, let me pull this one up, get a couple of these guys going here. So when you download it, it's going to come in this zip here. If you just extract it, you're going to see these two folders. Okay, what you want to do is open up the one that's open README, and you're looking at this ground handling right here. All right, and then what you're going to do is go into your resources, and then plugins, and just drop that folder right in here. And the other thing you can do is download some liveries. Okay, now there aren't a ton of them, at least on this particular site. I haven't looked very long, to be completely honest. So, but like there's a Delta Airlines livery, for example, for the A320, or the 737. I think we have a 737 for Delta, but it comes with a ton of different aircraft. Let me see if I can find. I can't remember where I got it from. Here it is. Here's the list of different aircraft that it comes with. Let me make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. So these are all preset. Okay, it has a set for every single one of these aircraft. So I mean, unless there's something very specific that you're looking to customize, you're pretty much set with it right out of the box. And these are all the different cars. So you have livery cars, cargo loaders for your cargo aircraft, like your 747s, you know, where the nose opens up and tail opens up. They actually lift these big old carts up into it. It's really quite impressive. Here's a good downside picture of pretty much everything that can pop up here. That you can see that's a big luggage rack or a cargo rack right there loading into the belly of the aircraft. It's a lot of fun to play with. It's a lot of fun to have on your simulator. So again, if that's something that's important to you and you find value in, I highly recommend you guys grab this. It's a lot of fun to mess around with it, and it's just a neat way to start your flight. Hearing everything going on, especially when you have, you know, all of that going, right? And then, you know, you come into your cockpit, for example. And you guys can hear the things going on behind us. Now that's something that's a feature within the Zebo, right? But you put the two together and it really does add quite a bit. It's kind of fun. And then when you're all done, and the camera's jerking like that because I have the X camera configured and I'm not using it, so it's mad at me. But if we come out here, okay, and then when we're all done, we can either, like I showed you guys before, you can select the ones you want to just say la vie, right? And they'll take off. And again, you can do this off screen so that way, you know, if you're doing a recording or a stream, people can't see it. All right, and then same thing with your catering trucks. And they all fold away, and when you're done refueling, everything just drives away. Now, the other thing that you want to be aware of is, so if you just do hide all like that, and then if we want, this is everything. You can see it spawns behind the aircraft, so set your cameras accordingly, but you can actually move their location. So like if you wanted it to be way over there and have them drive around, you know, one by one. And it has all the stuff down here too. You can see the caution cones that come up and things like that. So it really is, again, quite a bit of fun to play around with. So I highly recommend it, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty sweet. The only other thing that I'll show you real quick is for the liveries. I almost forgot to finish that part. Just as simple. You go to your downloads. So this is the Delta livery that I downloaded for the ground handling, and it comes in a folder like this, and you'll find this guy right here. Okay, so here's a livery. So we're just going to take this folder right here, open up our ground handling, and it's got its own livery folder. You just take this guy, drop it in, and you're good to go. And if we want to switch our liveries, for example, go plugins, ground handling, liveries, and like if we want a Delta, it'll take a second to load, and boom, there's Delta Airlines. And I think there's one out there for Southwest. I think there's one out there for American, Sky Chef. I think we actually have Sky Chef. I could be wrong. Maybe not. But like Surveyor, you know, I think that was the, no, that's not the default. Let's see what Surveyor is. There you go. So again, just something else that just adds a little bit more to the simulator to make it a little bit better. So that was a real quick one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun flying, guys.